Can you accept a winner? One thing I've studied and paid attention to throughout my life is that there's so many people that have a hard time accepting a winner. They're so used to a negative culture, a losing culture, that they don't understand what it takes to have a winning culture. I'm going to bounce around, but it's going to make sense if you just follow me. When you play a team sport, right, and you have a winning culture, the players are usually going to get to practice early. The players are usually going to leave practice late. The players are usually, if they're in school, going to make good grades. They're usually going to stay out of trouble because there's a high standard that's set for this team. That's usually what's going to happen. When you see a team with a losing culture, they're usually going to get to practice late. They're going to leave early. They're going to miss practice. They're not expected to win any games. And they have a bad rapport with their teammates. Losing culture. Most people say, hey, I want to win a championship. I want to be on a winning team. But the problem with that is you're used to losing. So when you put that losing person on a winning team, you know what usually happens? They complain because they don't get in the game. Or they complain because they don't play enough minutes. Or they complain because the coach wants them there 20 minutes early. They complain because they have to stay late. They complain because their playbook is a little bit bigger than the team that had a losing culture. Because they're used to losing. They can't accept being on a championship caliber team. Go to relationships. You can have a man or a woman. And they can love their partner, right? Or they can, let me change it. They can have been in a previous situation. They didn't like that situation. And they got out that situation. And they was like, man, I'll do anything to have a good man or have a good woman. To be in a good situation, a good relationship. And you know what usually happens? They find that person. They get this good person, this person that's winning in life. And they have goals, they have dreams, they have visions. And that person like, hey, I finally found that person I want. And that person tells them, hey, I need you to work on your attitude. I need you to focus a little bit more on your personality. I need you to go back to school. I need you to make better decisions for your life. And that person gets upset. And they're not used to someone telling them the truth. They're not used to someone having their back. You know what they do? They push away. They self-sabotage the relationship. Why? Because they can't accept the winner. There are so many people that's walking and living on this planet, men and women, that met someone that was in a situation, a good situation with a good man or a good woman, and they couldn't accept that person. Not because that person was bad, but because that person was a winner and that person had standards. See, as long as I'm with a person that don't expect anything of me, I'm good. But that's a losing culture. A person that, hey, I could do whatever I want, whenever I want. There's no guidelines. We didn't come together to have any set of rules, any set of boundaries from both sides. As long as that's not the case, I'm good. We can argue, we can fight. The relationship's not going anywhere. But you know what? I'm good with this. But then when I get with someone that care about me, love me, respect me, right? But they say they expect more of me, I struggle with that. Most people can't accept the winner. When you're around a winner, the standard changes. It's so much more that's expected of you. And when you listen to most people, deep down inside, they'll tell you, man, I can't be with that type of person because that person they'll expect too much of me. But I can't be with the loser because that's not what I really want. So now they're stuck in the middle because they can't accept the winner. Most people are accustomed to losing. They've lost so much in life that they would rather lose than win, because in order to win, winning is hard. It's hard to win. It's hard to change a culture. If you have a losing culture, a group of people on a team that are losers, they have a losing mentality, you could bring in a new coach. It's hard. That's why usually when a new coach come in, what do he usually do? He bring in his guys and get rid of half the team, or pretty much all the team. Why? Because that losing culture, he got to get those players out of there in order to start winning. And see, usually most people keep saying that they want a good man or a good woman, but they don't even understand that in order to get a good man or a good woman, you have to become a good man or a good woman for that person. How you gonna say you want this good person, but you don't even want to become that good person? Become the good person first. Then you can get what you want. But it's hard because at the end of the day, you don't want to accept the winner. People accept quitting and complaining. They get accustomed to quitting. That's what losers do. Winners fight and fight and fight. That's the reason why Mahomes' first playoff game, he was losing 24-0. In the second quarter, team came back and won the game. How did they win the game? Because even when they was down, he had a winning mentality, telling his teammates, we good. Let's keep going. That team were down the next year or that same year to the Tennessee Titans, 17-7 in the second quarter. Came back and won that game. Why? Because they're not quitters. When you find people with a losing mentality, they're used to quitting. They're used to giving up. They're not used to fighting. They're not used to even fighting for them to become the best version of themselves. So guess what usually happens? They keep losing and they quit. That's the crazy thing about life. Crazy thing about the world. You got to fight for what you want. All the great organizations, all the great marriages, they fought for it. But you're not willing and able and capable of fighting for what you want. You ready to quit. When you're used to losing and then you get in a winning culture, your role changes. What do I mean by that? On a losing team, you might score 30 points per game. But when you go on this winning team, they might say, we need you to score around 18. Your role change. We need you to be a little bit more of a team player over here. It was cool what you did over there, but over here we need you to be more of a team player. You can have people in relationships, man or woman, and it could be where the woman used to doing nothing. But now in this winning culture, hey, something is expected of you. Or it could be a man. Man could be not used to doing nothing, but with this woman, it's more expected of you, or vice versa. When you change the culture, the expectation changes. If you want to be a winner, more is expected of you. If you don't want anything expected of you, just be a loser and stay a loser. Don't expect more. Don't expect more. When you find someone with a winning culture, winning mentality, they live for the future. They don't live for now, they live for the future. They see the goal ahead of them. When you see the championship caliber team, they think about the championship in August. And think about the championship in June. And think about the championship in April. That thought's always in their head. But what do you want for your life? Can you accept being around winners? Not just relationship, business-wise. If you get that new job requires you to be at work at 5 o'clock in the morning. But you're used to getting up at 10 o'clock every day. The expectation changes. Are you ready for it? They expect you to have your uniform every day. You're not used to wearing uniforms. Are you ready for that new expectation? You keep saying you want to win. But are you ready to win? Are you willing to win? Are you able to win? Most people tell you that that's what they want. But they can't even accept a winning culture. They can't accept a winning environment. You know why? Because deep down inside, they never changed their mentality and decided to become a winner. My name is Sidney Combs, and I'm a young entrepreneur from Shreveport, Louisiana with $1 in a dream. I appreciate everyone for giving me the opportunity and listening to me. Thank you. I'm out.